This is Tia Torres with UnleashMagazine.com.
Okay, Tia, tell us, how did you get started working with dogs?
You know, I grew up, like so many people, with animals. My stepmom raised me, and she was a humongous animal person. So I actually grew up on horses. And as I got a little bit older, I got an opportunity to work in the film industry as a trainer. And I was flown across the country and lived in the island of Sri Lanka and worked on the Jungle Book. So I wasn't even a dog person to begin with. I worked around with tigers and wolves and bears and primates. And I fell into dogs by accident. So dogs were like the third group of animals I've ever been around, you know, as growing up from a child. So, you know, like so many, I just went to the animal shelter one day and I ran into a dog that I didn't know was a pit bull, didn't have a preconceived notion of what it was, just found this dog, and she started the whole ball rolling as far as the pit bull rescue goes.
So why the pit bull breed?
You know, when I got my first pit bull out of the animal shelter, it was the way she was with my children. It just, it was just very captivating and very heartwarming how she was with my kids. And that's just what kept me getting involved more with the breed, was just for their love of children.
But tell us, how you started working with Animal Planet?
Let's see, what was it? I forgot what year it was, but it was about 5 years ago or so, 6 years ago. I was given the honor of being voted one of Los Angeles's most important people in the LA Weekly magazine for my work with Pitbulls and hiring parolees. And next thing I know, I'm getting calls from all these production companies saying, "Hey, have you ever thought about putting that on a reality show?" And I had no desire to be on TV, but what I did want was to get my dogs homes faster. And so I had various networks approach me, and ultimately we went with Animal Planet and the production company associated with Animal Planet, because they had done a show called Cell Dogs, which was a show about prison dog programs. And that's what got me really wanting to work with them over other people that approached us.
Is there anything special about the pit bull breed?
For me, I love the fact, I don't know, I guess this is up for a debate, because people say, oh, pit bulls are so loyal. And I laugh, I'm like, no, they're not. My dogs go to anybody. You know, my dogs don't care who you are. They'll jump in the car with you. And that's what I love about them, is the fact that they love people so much, they don't even care who you are, you know. Some people say their dogs are loyal. I don't know. I think overall as a breed, they're not loyal, because they just love everybody, you know. They don't want to be everybody's friend. Whoever's walking them on the end of the leash, like, oh, yeah, you'll do. And that's what I love about them, is for their love of people.
What is the show about, Pitbulls and Parolees?
Pitbulls and Parolees is about giving second chances to both man and man's best friend. And it's bringing the two most controversial figures together ever, and showing a warmer side to both. And I think for me, you know, let's face it, when you hear the name Pitbulls and Parolees, you expect the worst. I mean, when Animal Planet came up with that title, I was like, we're doomed, we're doomed. But then when you watch the show, just about every episode makes you cry.
Yeah,
and
it really does.
I mean, my parolees, they don't even cuss. They don't even say bad words or swear words on TV. Really? You know, they're very conscientious how they're perceived to their audience, because they want to make amends for what they did, so they want to put off a good image. So you never hardly hear them swearing. You never see them smoking on film. You know, they're trying to change their image.
What kind of effect do you think working with these pit bulls does for these parolees?
The guy said they can relate to these dogs because they said that they're so misjudged. You know, it's a quick judgment call, It's like you see big, tough, muscular looking dog and you assume the worst. And that's what these guys said they feel like, is that when people hear that they're on parole or that they were in prison for a long time, and for some of them it's the way they look, and they said right away they're judged. And then when you get to know both entities, you're like, wow, I never would have thought.
So what do the parolees do for the dogs actually during the show?
The parolees run Villalobos Rescue Center. They are my soldiers. They get there early in the morning, they feed the dogs, they change out their blankets, they clean their dog houses, they clean their kennels, they walk them, they bathe them, they go out on rescue calls with me, they go out on adoptions with me. They help assist with the visitors that we now have, because now our facility is open to the public because we are in the heart of New Orleans. So being that New Orleans is the friendliest city in America, we had to open our doors to the world, and so now these guys help bring the visitors in and tell them about the dogs, and they're having to learn some customer service skills.
Tell us about Villalobos Rescue.
As far as Villalobos Rescue Center has been around for over 20 years. I don't remember the exact date. Maybe I don't want to remember. But it's been over 20 years. And it actually started off as a wolf sanctuary.
Really?
Which is where the name Villalobos came from. Translates to Village of Wolves in Spanish. And that's what I was. I was a wolf person. And I was a sanctuary for unwanted wolves and wolf dog crosses that people created as pets, and found out that, oops, they don't make the best pets.
Right.
So I ended up with all these wolves and wolf dogs, and that's actually where Villalobos got its start. And I tell people, if anybody knows what being a true pack member, it's me. I lived with wolves, and it doesn't get much better than that. And I learned so much from them. I learned a true respect for canine through these wolves.